Hello everyone and welcome to another day of cooking. Today I'm gonna show you my personal recipe for cheesecake. For this recipe we're gonna use about 800 grams of classic European biscuits, 800 grams of cream cheese, about 150 grams of mixed berry jam and 200 grams of butter. So let's get started. As a first step I'm gonna take a mixer and blend all the biscuits. Crack them a little bit and add them inside. About half of it should be enough to start with. At this point, we're gonna put on the lid and cover our ears. So when the biscuits have reached pretty much this consistency, we're gonna take them out and carry on with the rest. I'm gonna take the butter and add it into my pan, and I'll also add a little splash of water. And we're gonna have to wait for it to melt. And now that our butter is melted, it's finally time to assemble everything. So I'm gonna take a large bowl, add my cracked up biscuits inside, and about half of the melted butter. And give it a good mix. And then the rest of it. And now that our base is ready, I'm gonna take a pinch of salt, give it a last mix, and then it's finally time to tray it up. So I'm gonna take a baking tray or a cake tray, add about half of it inside, and then with the back side of a cup, I'm gonna start pressing it down. Now once it's nice and pressed, I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of it. And now that our base is ready, I'm gonna take it and move it into the fridge for about 5 minutes and let it cool down. In the meantime that our base is cooling down in the fridge, I'm gonna take my jam, add it into a pot, followed by about 50 ml of water. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because the jam is quite firm by itself, but by heating it up with a little bit of water, it's gonna be easier to spread all over our cheesecake. Give it a good mix and let it boil for about 2 minutes. In the meantime that our jam is boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the cream cheese. So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna take the cream cheese, move it into a bigger container, add about 1 tablespoon of sugar and a little pinch of heavy cream, and give it a good stir. So now that 5 minutes has passed, our cream base is ready, our jam is ready, it's finally time to finish assemble our cake. And it smells amazing. So I'm gonna take a spatula, drop the cream cheese inside, and then just spread it all over, try to even it up. So even it up, but don't be too stressed about it, it's still a cheesecake. And now that our cheesecake is about halfway done, I'm gonna take my hot jam and pour it all over. Shake the tray a little bit, let it set up around, after which let it cool down at room temperature for about 10 minutes and then about 2 to 3 hours in the fridge. 2 hours has passed, so it's finally time to take the cheesecake out of the fridge. Oof, that looks pretty good. So let's slice into it. Now if you don't like cheesecakes, we can't be friends, because this one is a masterpiece and you better enjoy it.